Putain, truc de ouf. That means something like, wow, that was fucking amazing in French. I don't speak any word of French, but warmly welcome to the podcast Inspirierend Anders, everybody out there. Thanks for listening again. My name is Luca Beutel, and with me on the other side of the planet in the beautiful Paris in France is Yohann Aby. Hi, Johann.
Hello, hello. How is going for you?
Yeah, for me it's fine. I've learned my first French lesson today, and
E- e-
looking forward to dive right into or even more into the French topic with you today.
Exactly. Now you have the most important words in French. You can
Yeah,
use it everywhere.
it's like, what does it exactly mean? What does it exactly mean? Like,
Yeah, it's mean
really
that.
freaking amazing?
Yeah, exactly. When you do something awesome, you can say putain truc de ouf. Or someone is doing something crazy, you can say what truc de ouf. Yeah.
Okay, and I can imagine you are using this phrase a lot because what you are doing for a living is quite crazy a little bit, or?
Yeah, it's not conventional. Like yeah, it's pretty special. So I'm a professional skydiver, and I'm competing in a high-level competition in artistic discipline in freestyle and
Mhm.
free fly. So it's jumping out of the plane and going at 300 k's an hour direction to the earth, and you have 45 seconds to do some acrobatics move with your cameraman.
Okay,
It's
so you
it's pretty simple.
that it's pretty simple and easy to do, I guess. Everybody could do that, or?
But actually, the things that I'm doing, I train a lot. But if you want to start skydiving, it's pretty easy. So
Yeah.
everybody can do it. Yes, everybody can jump out of the plane after to do some three dimension moves. It's another story, but first the start, it's easy to start.
I think when we had your girlfriend Ina in our podcast here, she started like you just described. She once went to the airport and just did her training lessons, and then she made her first flight like alone. And I think it was pretty easy for her too.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, she was
exactly.
pretty shaken after her first jump, but
Yeah, yeah, but I think it's for everybody, huh, these kind of things because you it's not like something normal like to jump out of the plane. Or if you have to do it in the commercial plane, it's something that went really bad. So
oh yeah, that would be bad.
so
Yeah.
if you want to do it like really because you want to do it, it's pretty simple. You go to the drop zone or club next to your town, and you have some teacher and coach you can teach you for 1 week, and after you can jump by yourself.
Nice, nice. Um, Johan, we are not only talking about you are a professional skydiver, but we are also talking about because you are a very successful professional skydiver. Is this right?
Yes, we can say it. Yeah. Yeah, I think in the artistic discipline I won almost everything. I'm I have now 15 gold medal in the international competition, three world title,
Wow.
six-time winner of the World Cup, five-time European champion. Like yeah, some awards in this sport. Yes.
Yeah, how long are you doing that already?
Now I'm doing it for 15 years, and since 15 years I train 20 days per month, and now I have like something like 11,000 jump. Uh,
11,000 jumps.
yeah, 11,000 jump of training.
Wow.
So
Oh,
it's quite a lot of time in the
wow.
plane. Actually, it's like
Yeah.
almost 5 or 6 Paris, New York, staying in the plane every week. You know.
Wow. Wow, that
So
is crazy. That is
yeah,
crazy. 11,000 jumps.
yeah,
I remember when we talked to Ena, um I think it was in August or
yeah,
so, and she had like 500.
yeah. Exactly,
And
exactly.
I mean that's just 11,000 is just another level, Johan.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Even this, I think you don't you didn't take your car so much in your life.
I don't think so too. I don't think so too. it's it's but it is really an achievement, isn't it? Like you are doing this for 15 years, and what you just counted was like so many titles. It's way more than 15 titles that you have won. Like, and not like any titles. These are like the creme de la creme of
Yeah.
titles. Like it's not higher. There's
Yeah,
no
yeah,
higher.
yeah, yeah. No, and there is no higher things. This is why now I'm uh, because I achieve all these things, the things that I was dreaming about for years, and now that I have it, I want to do something else, help some young guys, and do some coaching, and yeah, I try to still inspire the people in skydiving. This is my main goal.
Okay, so you're now a little bit in the transition from being a professional skydiver and being one of the best to ever do it to becoming a coach and a teacher for the next generation.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But I'm doing it for now a few years. I'm coaching like teams
Okay.
for few years, but now I want to be more involved, in the sport in this direction. And but still try to look some new move, new stuff to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to when people, they look. They watch skydiving. They said, "Wow, this thing is fucking amazing," And I want to start. So
Yeah.
this is a great thing.
Yeah. I mean, when you do that, do or if you do any certain thing for 15 years or even longer or a specific time, you want to try something new at a certain point of time, I guess. Or and
Yeah.
I mean, you seek for new adventures, and I can imagine if you won so many trophies. Like, are you a little bit like, yeah, okay, it's fine. It's nothing. If I win the next World Cup, it's just another number. Like, is it
Y-
that way, or are you still
Mm,
thrilled?
yeah, slowly is that way. Yeah, it's true.
Okay,
Yeah, slowly
so
is that way.
slowly you, yeah.
Slowly, I'm sliding in the retirement.
How old are you anyway?
I have 35.
35,
Yeah,
35 years. So you started with round about 20 years old, so at
yeah.
skydiving.
I had yeah exactly around 19, 18, 19, something like this,
Hmm?
and actually no, yeah. I start. It was I am on the pretty high level for now 11 years, so yeah, 16, 17 years. Sorry, in the sport now.
Oh wow,
Mm.
that is that is long.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Very
It's
successful.
yeah, it's long.
How did it start? Was it your ever dream as a child? Like, when I am big, I want to become a professional skydiver for the French national team.
No, no, actually not at all. It's not pure coincidence, but it's I left my parents' home when I had 9 years old, not because I was like a stupid child. It's just I went to a training center in gymnastics, so I left my parents' home to train in the high level training center. So I spend all my time training in the sport. So after 10 years in this high level training center in gymnastics, I was looking for a new sport, but like something a bit more fun,
Yeah.
And because I come from the Alps mountain, it was like I had the opportunity to maybe to start the skiing, the freestyle skiing, because some guys they were starting after the gymnastics and they were pretty successful at the World Cup. So I
Yeah.
say, yeah, maybe I'm gonna do that. But
Freestyle skiing is this with the jumping and
yeah, exactly.
stuff like that, or in the half
But
pipes and so.
yeah, exactly. And but some guys they told me, oh yeah, it could be work for you, but you certainly will fall on your head a few times and you go to hospital. And I say, oh, but I felt on my head like the last 15 years, so I don't want to do it. I want to do something more safe, So I went to
Yeah.
skydiving.
Something more healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I say, let's go, let's jump out of the plane. It's safer.
Yeah. It's much safer, of course. I mean, it is true. If you do skydiving compared to freestyle skiing you have like broken ribs or broken arms or legs and yeah, concussions and stuff like that. But you don't have this minor injuries when you do skydiving. When you do skydiving, I can imagine it's either nothing or it's like everything.
Yeah, kind of, yes. You can break some stuff when you land, but it's really rare to have like a small injury.
Injury.
And if you have a big one, it's really a big one. It's
Yeah.
yeah, we know which direction is it. It's under the earth because the direction is directly to the earth anyway. So you go inside the
So
earth. Yeah,
you just stay inside the earth and they put
yeah.
earth on you and say it's
But
his grave now.
yeah, but fortunately, like it's not happening pretty often. And I'm still here to talk about after 15 years. So
Yeah.
it's
I mean, after you've done 11 more than 11,000 jumps and so far you are still alive, so I guess it's pretty safe. Had
and
you ever an experience or a jump where it was like on the edge, really dangerous, like your parachute
uh,
didn't open or stuff like that?
yeah, for sure. Like some, like almost like everybody who have more than 10,000 jumps, they had some experience that it was sometimes a bit hot. But it's
Okay.
it depends. It's pretty often it's not because of you. It's sometimes you have to look around, and sometimes the danger comes from somewhere else. So to be
That
honest,
means what? Uh,
skydiving it's exactly like the road when you drive your car. If you are alone in the middle of the street, there is no problem. But if someone decide to have a shortcut and cut you the road, you can have a big injury like this. So it's kind of something similar in skydiving. You can have and you can make the great decision for you, but sometimes you can have someone else you make
yeah.
mistake, and or sometimes it's you. But this is why you have to be careful all the time, and you have to respect the rules.
Yeah. What kind of rules are you talking about? Like,
Uh,
what did happen to you or a friend of you maybe?
like to me, for example, is you have to respect the time when you go out of the plane. That some you have to wait few seconds, or 7, 8, 10 is depend of the wind outside. But sometimes you have people who have 70 years old and still jumping, and they jump 3 seconds behind you, for example.
Okay.
But sometimes he's not 70 years old. He can have 20. But I'm
Yeah.
joking about the 70 or 80 years old. But
Yeah.
yeah, so sometimes the people they don't respect the time to go out, and they are above you when you open your parachute. So
Oh,
when
so they crash into your parachute when you open them, or
it
into
can
you.
it can be, yes. I had already like some stuff that some guys they were falling on almost falling on my head. because they didn't wait.
Okay.
But it's just just a small example. So if everybody respect the rules, it's all the time the same thing, and you know it for a German.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's
we know it, yeah. If everybody would accept and obey the rules, we wouldn't have any problem on streets, for example. Very
ex-
what? Yeah, that would be
exactly.
just easy. Yeah.
So
But your
it's
but
the same thing in
yeah,
skydiving.
but yeah, but your life was never in real danger. Like you had a really wow. That was you were on the ground and like wow. That was tight.
But nah, yes, sometimes it's happened to me like 2, 3 times. Yeah, maybe yes. Yeah,
Okay. And
but
have you ever thought about like quitting then? I mean, when you are very close on the edge of
no,
honestly death.
um, no, because I don't know if I was close enough, but you know some stuff that I had, like some issue that I had. Yeah, after reflection, when you learn, you say, "Wow, it was tight," but in the same time, you say, "Okay, it's maybe I did a mistake, or he did a mistake, or something." And now, with my experience, I have to try to be more careful than anybody else. So I try to look everything that I can,
Hmm.
like when you are an expert in something, you have to look farther than anybody else. So this is why I try to anticipate uh, all
Okay.
the things much as I can.
Yeah. I mean,
So uh,
that's like when you are an experienced driver on the road, you can sometimes expect the other or the actions of other drivers.
it,
Like, I think
it's
he will turn the lanes pretty
exactly,
soon, so I will
exactly,
just brake a
exactly.
little
It's
bit.
exactly the same thing. But more you drive, more you are aware of the environment around.
Yeah.
And less you drive, for sure, you are focused on the driving and not on something who can happen on the side. It's exactly the same thing in skydiving.
Yeah. Yeah. How um to go back to the nicer things, not a little bit way away from the death topic.
Yeah.
um, how old were you when you won your first like World Cup or your first gold medal, like your first big title?
Um, Actually, so the first one, my first international competition, I had 24, and it was a huge surprise because I was like something forced. I was forced at the one jump before the end, and
Mm-hmm.
I got the second place at the last moment, So it was like something huge for me for my first World Cup, and
Photo
uh,
finish,
yeah,
like.
exactly, just behind the world champion. It was the current world champion in 2009, and yeah, it was an amazing first experience.
So
And
the first big one was your second place.
Yeah, actually, it was
Yeah,
my
nice.
first competition, and it was the second place. But like
So okay.
for sure, the biggest achievements, it was the year just after my second year. It was um, it was in Russia in 2010,
Hmm.
my first world title.
Wow. In
It was just
2010, like 25 years old and your first world title.
exactly.
Wow.
So and
How did it feel? How did it feel? Like were you did you win easy or was it like also photo finish?
no, it was a big difference compared to the year before. Actually, it was more simple, but I was training for it a lot. It was I was training for years to get this. So yeah, this one was actually the most simple one that I got.
Okay.
Uh,
I mean it's good for a start, isn't it?
exactly. It changed completely everything around me, and to get this first title, yeah, pretty amazing.
Yeah,
But
I think that.
it became harder and harder after, because it's really amazing to won and to win a world title, but to keep on the top of the pyramid for 10 years is the hardest things to do in sport.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to win the first place in any tournament,
Yeah.
but it's another thing to just stay at the top of the top of, I mean, to be the best for like 10 years, a decade. That is like what really tells others, like, this guy, he is really good. Like, it's not a one hit wonder.
Yeah, it just you have to if you want to stay on the top, you have to train more, you have to innovate more, you have to stay focused on your on the performance. You generally the teammate change during the time. You know, you don't have the same teammate, so
Yeah.
you did a new um, um, collaboration. You know, with the new teammate. So yeah, all these things it's pretty hard to keep. You know, for years. So I was happy to find all the keys, to be successful again.
Yeah. What kind of keys did you find? Because I think when you have won a certain amount of titles, as you say now, you're getting a little bit tired and look for retirement and new challenges. Like, how do you keep yourself motivated, like to give your best and to try to win the next first place, next gold medal?
In fact, in the artistic discipline, you have like two discipline. You have the freestyle, is the two-way. You have so one performer and one cameraman, and you have the free
Hmm.
fly, who is like the two performer in front of the camera and one cameraman. So it's two-way and three-way. So I had the chance to switch during my career. So I stayed many years in freestyle,
Ah,
and
okay.
so when I start to get not bored, but so I just said, okay, I want maybe to change, to have fresh air. So
Yeah.
I start the free fly also, and I did sometimes the both discipline in the same time, but it was pretty huge of training, like more than 1,000 jump a year, a lot of training in the wind tunnel. So all these things, is the to keep focus, and yeah, I could switch, and it helped me to stay on the highest level.
Yeah, I mean, that is a good thing you're talking about, like switching not the whole discipline, but inside the discipline, like
Exactly,
under category maybe, and
exactly,
it's a totally new environment you are in, and new things you have to learn, and that keeps your head fresh, your body fresh, and yeah, you're motivated new, because there you weren't on the top, like you were a
yeah,
freestyler, you were the top, but
yeah.
at the
Free
free
fly,
fall,
free fly,
free
yeah,
fly, free fly, you weren't at top, like, actually.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
think that is
The,
a good motivation. Yeah.
Exactly. So actually, the only thing that I didn't get in free fly, I didn't get the world title. I got the European Championship. I got
Hmm.
the winner of the World Cup 2 time, and I took the silver place 2 time also. So I'm a bit frustrated, about this. and But maybe the next challenge, maybe I'm gonna start the wingsuit. You know what is it? The suit with the
Ah,
with the
okay.
big wings.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know where you get really fast and can fly really close to mountains and stuff like that.
Yeah, but this thing is base jumping. Now they are making like a free fly, so the free fly discipline with the wingsuit.
Okay, how's that different from just jumping out of the
So it's
airplane?
exactly the same thing. You jump with your wingsuit, but the things that I'm doing in the 3 dimension, I doing with the suit.
Ah, okay, so your figures and stuff like that.
Exactly, exactly,
Ah,
exactly.
okay.
And you have a
Ah,
cameraman
got
and you
it.
do the same thing, but just the free
Yeah.
float is not 45 seconds, it's 2.5 minutes.
Oh wow. So I mean I can imagine if you are 45 seconds into the air and you have to do figures, um, this you need to be fit or like physically.
Yeah, when you train a lot, yes, it's better to be a
Yeah.
bit fitter.
Yeah, I mean, if you do figures and pirouettes and stuff like that,
Yeah,
you need to somersaults and that kind of stuff. You need to be really, really fit. And now, if you do 2.5 minutes,
yeah.
you will land on the earth again, and you're bathed in sweat or
Um,
like,
may, maybe I will tell you like in 1 or 2 years for the
yeah,
our
okay.
next podcast.
Yeah, when you've won the first place in the World Cup in wingsuit free flight.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, nice. But it's good to see that you have like new challenges you're heading to because I mean you're 35 no 30
What?
35 or
35, yeah.
35, yeah. So I mean that's still super young. Um
Y-
you can change. You can do everything you want with 35. I mean you're
y-
fit. So why
Yeah, yeah,
not?
yeah, exactly, exactly. I'm still, I'm getting older and older. I feel it, but but in skydiving, you get more experience, with the time, and a better feeling with your body position in the air. So yeah, I still have some hope in the future.
Is it when did you first realize that okay, maybe this is like really my thing, like skydiving. This is really like I could do this for a living.
Yeah,
I'm so
actually,
good.
the actually pretty fast, pretty
Hmm.
fast after the first few months that I was starting skydiving. Not just because of me, because of my feeling, but because of the people. The people will start saying it, say, "Wow, you do already these things," or it's for sure the gymnastic help you a lot, and but you are improving really fast, and so I know if you combine the work, the training, and the chance you can do
Yeah.
something. So I try to accumulate the all three things, and it worked.
but I but you put in a lot of hard work, I guess, or
Yeah, yeah, of course, yes, yeah, yeah. It was a lot of sacrifice, huh? In
for
in any, but finally, when you see like the people, the successful people in the business, in the sport, in anything, it's pretty often the same thing, hard work. They were talented in the subject that they decide to go, and at some point they meet some people and they get some luck on the way.
yeah,
So it make them successful.
yeah, hard work, passionate, and
Training, yeah,
the
and
training
luck.
and a little bit of luck.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. You need the luck powder above your head. But
Yeah,
but the
but I
luck
mean, if
but the luck is
yeah,
something that you create also, huh?
yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Like you can push the luck a little bit
Exactly, exactly,
if you push hard enough.
exactly.
um, yeah, but Johan, is it just give it a short or a short explanation overview for us? Um, you're jumping for the French national team,
Yes.
and it's like in Germany, you are officially in the army, in the French army, to do that.
Yeah, yeah, but exactly, but it's two different things. So I am in the French national team in the civil way, But the military, I'm not in the military French team. I am in the little group of 90 people. They are Olympic champion, world champion, or European champion. We are 90 in different sports: skiing,
Uh-huh.
boxing, fencing, track field, any sport that you see in the Olympics. Actually, skydiving is the only sport with non-Olympics is still in the group because of
Okay.
because of the past, the history. But and I'm in this group. I'm full detached for my sport and to concentrate to win for my country in the
Yeah.
international competition.
Yeah. How is it for you to be that face of France? Like, I mean, it's not skydiving is not as popular as football, for example. I mean, but nevertheless, you wear the France jersey when you jump, or jumpsuit. I don't know. Um, and
Yeah,
you are representing your country in a way. I mean, this is like what many children are dreaming of, like representing their country in a way.
yeah, exactly, exactly. And we should not be also be shy, about we are not because we are not in the Olympic sport, but we are doing like something really particular, not like everybody are doing it, and you can have pretty impressive images from the skydiving. So even the Olympic champion, in my friend who are like in this group, they are also pretty impressed about the sport. So it's pretty cool, to see the view of another champion, in another sport. And
Yeah.
actually, everybody wants to try to fly one day on their own. So sometimes I have friends who are Olympic champion and they come to me they want to start to learn how to fly. So,
Nice.
but me, I don't want to learn how to run.
Yeah, compared to skydiving, it's a little bit boring, isn't it?
Yes, sometimes they tell me these things, yeah, but me, I'm doing. Sometimes the Olympic champion, they say, but I'm doing a so shitty sport, I'm just running in the sand, and me, I'm doing a bike in the mountain. Sometimes it's so annoying. Yeah, and you are jumping out of the plane. Yeah, but you can change sport if you want.
Yeah,
Uh,
you can change if you want, but to get
no,
to get on the national team again on that level, it will take probably some time for you.
yeah, yeah. No, no, but they are just the sport. I'm joking, but the sport is pretty interesting, because it's
Yeah,
to fly like it's a dream from like ages.
yeah, yeah.
Everybody wants to try to
From
fly
humankind. Yeah,
for, yeah, in the human perspective is we try to
yeah,
fly from a long time ago. So now in
yeah,
our modern life, with the wind tunnel, with skydiving, and it's pretty easy to start to fly.
yeah. And also like at the moment when there's Corona and stuff going on, you can also train without getting on a plane. Like you can go to the wind tunnel and train at least
E-
the figures and stuff.
Exactly, but actually we are training in it in the tube in the wind tunnel like every month because
Yeah.
it's for us it's like going to the gym. So yeah,
Yeah.
because the wind is really the wind inside is really strong. So you need to be like really precise, and instead of staying 1 minute, you can stay 15 minutes inside. So it's pretty tiring to fly for 15
Yeah.
minutes, and if you crash, you can have so much pain in the glass. Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. No, no, but for me, for you, if you start, the wind will be low and you will be with
Yeah.
an instructor, so it's pretty easy. You don't go full on the in the tube alone,
Oh, you
and
you you don't know me. You don't know me,
yes.
Yohann. You know, are you if you are that successful in a sport, um, and also that successful in a sport for your country, are you kind of mm, nationally known? I mean, what I want to say is like, do people recognize you on the street and say, "Oh my God, it's Yohann Aby. Can I get your signature and your autograph and stuff like that?"
Unfortunately, not. I would love to be Kylian Mbappe, from the Paris Saint-Germain, but
Yeah.
I'm not Neymar,
Yeah. Yeah.
So no, but some funny story happened, in the past. Actually, at the bakery, pretty often is there,
Okay.
because pretty often I go to the training, I take the train and I have my rig on and I have my both rigs on my back and I have a huge bag, to travel around France to train. And some like a few months ago, I went to the bakery with my all my stuff, to get a sandwich before the train, and and the baker he said, "Ah, but are you doing skydiving?" I said, "Ah, yeah, yeah, I'm doing skydiving." "Ah, but I watched last time on the TV on the news. I saw one guy in red, and he was doing some move, in the sky." And it was at the newspaper, the news at the evening where like 5 million people are watching, before to go to
Yeah.
before to eat or something, and the journal news, and it was my image, from the last training, because sometime one time per year the French TV they are coming and they say, "Oh, this guy, he will go to the World Championship." And so sometime one time per year I see myself on the journal news, and it was me. And this time I said, "Yeah, it was me on the TV." He said, "Oh no, amazing!" And so now it still didn't offer me any bread, or anything, but it was like a funny story. He recognized me
Well,
like this.
yeah, a few baguettes for free would have been
Exact,
nice from him.
exactly. I need more pain au chocolat, or croissant at the moment.
Yeah, Ina already we already made our check sign behind the cliche about French and baguette.
Yeah,
So yeah, okay,
exactly.
but I mean it's nice. I mean, at least once you got
But
kind of recognized.
yeah, but in the same time, it's almost impossible that someone recognize me, because most of the time on the image I have my helmet and my glasses,
Yeah.
so it's impossible to recognize someone with all the stuff,
Yeah.
in the on the head. But
Would you would you sometimes wish that skydiving would be a little bit more popular than it is and a bit more recognized?
yeah, yeah, of course, of course. For many points, like for the sponsor, for the sport in general, yeah, I would love to bring more things in for the rest of the population. But
Yeah,
it's not only my decision. Sometimes it's also politics. So uh,
of
the
course.
the French Federation, the the sponsor, we need to get more exposure from the media. So this thing is
Yeah,
is some politic decision also.
yeah.
So, and me, I'm just a piece of sand, in the big
I
machine.
think I think you're a little bit more, at least. Like if you want that many titles, you are a little bit more than only a little piece of a little sand corn.
Yeah, yeah, but
So
to have more exposure in the media, to have more skydiving and less football, I don't think this thing will happen the next 10 or 20 years.
Yeah, man, that would be hard. I mean, French are as crazy as the Germans about football,
Exactly. Yeah,
or
exactly.
even more after you've won the last World Cup. I mean,
Exactly.
2018.
Right.
So,
Yeah, it's true.
uh,
But you know, in the same time, it's pretty also it's hard to start skydiving in at 5 years old. You can start now flying in the wind tunnel at 5 years old, but it's also
nice.
the expense that you spend to fly. It's not the same that football. So
Yeah,
unfortunately, it's a bit more expensive to fly
yeah,
that
I believe
to
that.
that that
That you
to
play
do
soccer
football. Yeah,
and
exactly.
buy soccer shoes and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I imagine that. I mean, I could imagine that it's quite expensive, and yeah,
yeah.
and
It's
if you don't see the payout at the end, like it's an expensive hobby, you don't get drive your kid to the drop zone
yeah,
and tell
exactly.
him, yeah, now you get a sky,
Yeah.
you will become a skydiver.
Yeah, exactly. Even if now the people they have a bad mindset about the cost because most of the time when they are doing skydiving they are doing a tandem and the tandem are
Hmm.
really expensive. But if you want to start skydiving and you pay the first week of coaching, after that a price of a jump is 25 euros. So it's
Okay.
i- for sure if you do 1,000 jump a year it's expensive, but if you jump sometimes yeah
Yeah.
it's not like a huge expense to do
Yeah.
skydiving.
If you do 11,000 jumps with 25 euros, you will
Exactly.
get quite a sum. But
Exactly.
if it's for a hobby in your
Uh,
spare time, it's fine.
exactly. Or you can buy your house, but
You could buy a nice house, yeah.
you do
Not
11.
maybe not in Paris, but a little
Exactly.
bit on the countryside.
You have two choice. You can do 11,000 jump, or you can buy a nice house. Oh.
Yeah.
But skydiving will change your life. This is the huge difference.
Okay. That is a good point at the end of our podcast,
Yeah.
Johan. I mean, we nearly reached like 45 minutes already.
Yeah.
Um, Skydiving will change your life. Johan, last questions to you. What is your song tip? Your
My
recommendation for everybody? What's actually on your playlist like up and down?
is I like Muse because I went like
Muse?
last time in the concert, and now I have still the song in my mind from Muse.
What song exactly you're talking about?
Is the it's Origin of Symmetry.
Origin of Symmetry.
Yeah.
Okay. And who do you want to listen to in this podcast?
It's
If you could
pretty.
invite someone from
Yeah,
your life.
yeah. One day, but it would unfortunately I don't know if it will be possible. But I'm a big fan of rally driver. He's French and he's
Okay.
multi-time world champion in the rally driver. He's actually in Paris Dakar now in Saudi Arabia, and the name
Okay.
is Sébastien Loeb.
Okay.
And Sébastien Loeb is one of the most talented guy in the automobile
Is he
sport.
f- is he French or
Yeah, he's
Sebastian Loeb
French.
or
Yeah, he's French from Alsace. He's close to Germany actually.
Elsass? Yeah,
Uh,
we know Elsass. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean, you are World Cup, you are world champion. So
yeah,
maybe you are in a position to contact him and ask him if he's
exactly. Maybe
it.
one day I can ask him some question
Yeah,
because he's come from
you're. Yeah,
gymnastics too.
yeah. Great. You have a connection already. Go
Exactly.
out and ask him. Bring him on.
Yes.
I will interview him. Great, Johan. It was quite a pleasure for me to having you today, and thanks a lot for talking so openly about skydiving, your many wins and medals and trophies you won. And now I would say you can do a little bit of doing a shout out for skydiving for yourself. Where can we watch your videos? Where can we watch skydiving World Cups and stuff like that? So
Yeah, you can find it on YouTube for sure. You put Yohann Aby, freestyle skydiving. You can find many things. Yeah, on all these things. If you look on Google or on YouTube, is you can find pretty nice video. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. As I have many videos also
nice.
where I show all the jump that I'm doing during the year and during the world competition. So just if you put like Yohann Aby on Instagram, it's easy to find me. It's
Nice. Yeah, you will always. I mean, you are linked on the post on Instagram of the podcast, so you
perfect.
can check out Johann's Instagram page and search in Google if you want to know how many titles he has really won and where and when. um, that said, guys, thank you very much for listening, Yohann. Thank you very much for being on the show. It was a pleasure having you. And now at the end, I just want to say skydiving will change your life. And putain, truc de ouf.
Exactly,
Guys,
exactly.
stay healthy, take care, and hear you next week. Ciao, ciao.
Yeah, bye.